O'Malley. Yeah. So this is the craziest mountain bike ride that I've ever been on. And this would have been about 35 years ago. I was riding with my dad on this ride. And we were on the descent, so we're coming downhill. I'm going as fast as I can. I was in the lead, and we're doing a slight curve to the left. And I see what I think is two brown mounds. But when I got up on it, I realized there's half of a dead moose on the left side of the trail, or just to the left side, and there's half of a dead moose just to the right side of the trail. So I slammed on my brakes and stopped, and I'm looking at it, and I'm just mesmerized. I'm completely blown away when I realized what I'm looking at. And I hear some rustling off to the left, off to the bushes. And then my dad comes along, and he slams on his brakes, and he says something to the effect of, go, don't stay right here, go. And so we took off down the hill, and we stopped a little ways down. And he's like, that's a fresh kill. Don't stay right there, because there's, whatever killed that moose is in the immediate vicinity. And that's probably what you heard off in the bushes to the side, is that bear is going to come back and finish eating that moose. And, and you do not want to be in that area when that bear is trying to get back to the carcass. So anyways, my dad is 82 now. And so he would have been around 50 back then. But he was on a mountain bike ride yesterday. And we hadn't talked about that dead moose for a long time, for many, many years. But he sent me this text last night. And I thought this was interesting because this is his perception or his recollection of that scene. He says, that was a gruesome scene showing that sheer violence took place there with that baby moose spread eagled on its back, with everything that could be eaten by a bear was gone, but the skin and part of its head. I just got back from a bike ride in the woods and saw, so he saw another group of people that were, they thought that they heard a moose or a bear off in the woods. And so that reminded him, I think, of that bike ride. So anyways, I just wanted to share that. That's the weirdest mountain bike ride that I've ever been on, coming across a fresh carcass. And it's just was wild to see what survival really is in nature. And what a bear can do to a moose. It was crazy. So anyways, so I'm 54 now, so that would have been, I guess, about 35 years ago or so, 36. So the weirdest mountain bike ride that I've ever been on. I came across two halves of a dead moose.